MK, and I am here with another layout for Stitches and Stencils. It is a hop that I do, not really a hop, but a series that I have started with Sandy, who is State Goddess here on YouTube, and Janet Fritz here, who is Galaxy Girl here on YouTube. I am also combining this with Christy's Beautiful Life Series 13, 30 Days of Sketches, and today's sketch is by Kathy Lang, and it is a 2-page layout that I am actually going to do as a 2-page layout. Isn't that crazy? So I am clearly talking to somebody at this moment and had to pause because I can't do 2 things at once. But I'm going to be using some random things from 49 and Market Nature Study and then bringing in a little bit of Simple Stories Lakeside Collection, because these are the photos of the fish that my son was catching just down the lake bed a little bit farther from where my husband was catching the crawdads. So I have this little packet that I put together. One side is the Lakeside Collection by Simple Stories, and the other side is the Scrapbook Addicts fish that she sends out. When she sends out her fish embellishments, she sends out a bunch of little tiny sprinkles of things. And so I've been collecting them, putting them all in one little stash. I also have a couple elements from, like I said, 49 and Market's Nature Study piece, the chipboard pieces, some of the laser cut pieces, all that good stuff, all from Nature Study. I just didn't know exactly what I wanted to add to this layout just yet. I knew I wanted to definitely make it a fishy layout because I think it's hilarious that my son has all these fish and my husband was catching crawdads. It was great. So I have this gorgeous collage paper that has the mushrooms and the stamps and tiny words. It is also this beautiful plaid on the other side. What a hard choice to make. I don't know which side I want, but I need about 10 of those pieces of paper in my life. I always say that, but then there's always a collection that comes by and it replaces it. I mean, it's great to play with, and I need to get out of the mindset of I need a million of them. But yeah, it's just one of those things. So I'm not really sure which paper I'm going to use, whether it's going to be the butterfly or the mushrooms. So I picked both of them. I also have this really pretty tone-on-tone green, and it's this gorgeous piece of paper on the other side. This is the collection pack frontage packaging, I guess, with the cut-aparts on the back. I have no idea. I think what I did was I just ended up grabbing what I had left of the Nature Study after I did all of my color craze combinations and whatnot. So I also have this piece here. I love this brown piece. This is the stencil that I'm going to be using. I apologize, I don't share who it's by, but it is by Pear Tree cut files, so go and check them out. Here are the laser cut elements. These ones here are actually from the cluster kit. So they're not any of the actual laser cut embellishments that came in the collection. These ones here, that butterfly is gorgeous, but these ones here are just from what came in the cluster kit, and you get a lot in just this one little kit. And then these laser cut elements came in the page kit. I feel like they're well worth the money. Oh my gosh, you get so much. And I'm just sharing with you guys that this is the same kit. So you get the blank piece of paper, and then on the other side, it shows you how to put the cluster together. Or you can build it yourself, or you can just create your own. Entirely up to you. They give you all of these elements plus a whole cut apart sheet because, again, waste not packaging. So the frontage card or the I don't know what it's called, has all those cut aparts on the other side. That little square piece comes, it's what goes in the frame. This is another laser cut. I know I've got the cut apart card here somewhere, but lots and lots of laser cut pieces. I don't know why I'm going so slow. I think it's because I'm having a conversation with somebody and it's taking me a while. I also have a couple solid pieces of paper here. Again, I'm not entirely sure how this layout is going to play out, but I love this gray from the foundations. And then I decided not to share with you guys the rest of the papers because of the fact that I don't end up using them. I just, for some reason, was in the mood to share with you guys. Now I'm going to go and get my other gray piece of paper that I have pulled out for the last layout, I believe. I believe it was not yesterday's layout, but Wednesday's layout. I was going to use that gray paper, and I did not end up doing that. So I went with this gorgeous plaid. I could not pass it up. And then I had this dark green, which I believe is the other side of the butterflies. So I didn't even pick the mushrooms or the butterflies like I thought I was going to. I'm going to end up doing the green instead. And I'm just making my side panels that Kathy had put on her sketch. So I'm going to do that. And then I'm going to use this green sheet that it was just from the foundation paper and use it to matte my photos. I decided to do the lighter green side rather than the more solid green side. Just for a little bit of, I don't want to draw too much attention because the photos are dark enough as it is. So I thought that the lighter one. I debated about bringing in this, what looks to me like a border sheet, but then I decided no, it's too much. I just didn't know what I was going to do with the center yet. And then I remembered that this is my Stitches and Stencils layout. So I forgot for a quick second what my plan was while I was trying to figure out how I wanted my papers to go. And after I had everything all laid out and ready to go, and I was going to add that paper with the border down at the bottom of it, then I remembered, oh no, I already had a plan for this specific blank space, basically for the center of the layout. So what I'm doing is I'm marking where my panels are going to go, my side panels on both sides, and then I'm going to take pumice stone and go ahead and take my blender brush and just blend my cobblestones in a diagonal all the way across from one side of the panel, from the left side going down to the right side. So that way it looks like it's almost like a faded rock wall type of deal. And I'm flipping and turning the stencil so that way it does not look like it's the exact same design over and over again. And then I'm going to do a little bit of stencil work down at the bottom of the left page and up on the right of the right page. I just wanted to make sure that I flipped my layout over so that way I'm not working over and possibly moving my stencil and whatnot. So there is my stencil work. I absolutely love how it just filled in the blank space without actually doing any work to fill in the blank space. I decided to scuff up the edges of this green paper using my distress tool. The distress tool will be back in stock, I promise, in November. It might actually even be on sale during Black Friday if you guys are interested and have not picked one up yet. I apologize that they keep going out of stock. I swear I'm making them as fast as I can. I promise you guys, I am. But I just have a hard time keeping them in stock. So it is definitely something that's never going to go away. So don't worry about that. If you guys are, thinking that you need to purchase it now, it'll always be in stock as much as I can making them, continue to make them. All right, so I've got my photos all glued to the mats. I did scuff them up too because I wasn't sure exactly how bulky, how dimensional my layout was going to be because I couldn't remember what by this point I couldn't remember what I had picked out. So I'm going ahead and pulling out all of the little elements that I had pulled out. Most of them are from Sarah's shop, which is Scrapbook Addicts at Etsy. And then the others are all from Lakeside Simple Stories collection. I do have a few of the nature study elements, chipboard elements, and laser cut elements also. I think I said that already. But I definitely wanted to make sure that I got some of Sarah's elements on here because they were just perfect. So she's got this cluster of fish that look like they're hung on a string. So it's kind of like one of those great catch type of deals. And then she had a fishing box with a little bit of, I think it's bait, I think is what it is, bait and hook. And then I went ahead and added the little word "Go Fish." At first I was going to add the blue one, and then I realized that I really wanted to use and bring in a little bit of red. I brought in the Simple Stories little hanging fish over on the right, but I don't like how they don't match. And I know I have another one of those fish clusters by Sarah's. I just have to remember where it is, and I don't know why it was not included with the rest of her fishy little elements. I also have some leftover tree rings that were from two different collections of Sarah's. One was from a fishing collection that had some super cute fishing foxes. You guys, I could not pass up the little foxes. And then I believe the other one was a fall set, and I disassembled it to use on another layout, and all I had left was the tree ring, which is weird. Why would I do that to myself? So I went ahead and tucked it over on the other side, so that way I had two tree rings represented. And then these branches are left over from a Shimmers Design Team layout that I did, and I thought it would be kind of cool seeing how there's a lot of sticks in the rocks where my son pulled out his fish. Now, he pulled the fish out just enough to take a photo, and then he put them back. We always catch and release. We did not actually eat any of these fish. We just didn't. I don't know why we didn't, which is weird. I'll have to ask my husband why we did not end up eating the fish, but I promise no fish were harmed in the making of these photos. I promise. And then the other one is the very far photo. The other one, like you guys see my finger pointing at the screen, right? Can you see it? The photo on the far right is of my son's fishing pole. He did not even, he was just standing there and visiting with his cousin and didn't even pay attention to his rod until it started bouncing up and down. And my husband sat there tediously every day, and not every day, but every minute, monitoring his pole. And it just was hilarious because they were only, I know I keep saying this, but they were only 5 feet from each other, maybe 10. It was great. So anyways, I did end up finding that other cluster of fish of Sarah's. I'm so super happy because it looks 10 times better than that other fish set, just because it didn't work really well. I also found a couple red words that finished off my clusters and brought that red color throughout the entire layout, and I'm super happy. I stitched around all of my photos. I also stitched on both sides of that green piece that had the scuffed up edges. So I did very faint stitching. Well, then I took all of my stitching cutoffs, the little stringy thingies after you're done using your sewing machine, and I tucked them behind some of my clusters because that is a typical sight that we see here in Nevada. Almost on every bush that is next to a body of water is a bunch of fishing line stuck in there. So I thought that was a good nod to that type of thing. All right, you guys, thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I truly appreciate it. I've got a couple links down below for you guys. Sandy's channel link, Janet's channel link, and then of course 2 links for Christy's Beautiful Life 30 Days of Sketches. And I've been telling you guys wrong. One of the links that is down below is the playlist for YouTube. I've been telling you guys that it's the Facebook album group link, and it's not. So I don't know what's been wrong with me. I've just, been spouting stuff out that's not true. It's crazy. And then the other one is the Facebook group, so you guys can go and check out all of the albums and all the sketches. Oh my gosh, it's crazy. So, all right. As of now, I'm out. I'll talk to you guys later, and see ya. Thank you.